What is going on, everybody? And Nazdarachi coming back at you once again on behalf of 5-9 Gaming. This time I am joined by both Hydros and Nalar, and we are gathered together on this somber evening to discuss some of the recent DMCA woes that have been plaguing Twitch specifically. Again, Twitch being owned by Amazon, not associated with Google, completely separate platform. So we're going to be going in and talking about some of the things that have come to light recently between Angry Joe and OmegaPro, and, you know, just some kind of resolutions, ideas that we have, and other news that we might be able to report on for you. So, Nalar and Hydros, why don't y'all go ahead and say hello, and one of y'all to decide to start covering the topic. Get the audience up to speed here.
All right, well, Nalar here. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting day. So, Hydros, what do you think so far of all the BS that's going around?
Feels like YouTube, but a way worse situation. YouTube's used to this kind of stuff. Twitch, it's, you know, they've had their L's taken recently. This is a big one.
Yeah, all right, well, I'll start us off with the first one we'll talk about is OmegaPro. So here you guys will see OmegaPro a few days ago, or today, he put out a tweet saying, like, guys, this is what happened to me recently. This is a big issue because on the 7th of May, he had a DMCA notice for one of his clips, and which actually he did violate all that stuff. He is well aware. He completely agrees with that. That's fine. However, it was deleted, turned down, like he accepted it for what it was, but then 5 days later on the 12th, so yesterday, as of this recording, he got another DMCA notice. But guess what? It was for the exact same clip that was deleted on the 7th. And unfortunately, after 2 strikes, it's kind of unclear how this all turns out, but you get banned. After 3 strikes, your channel's permanently deleted. Right now, he's banned again because he's had a 2nd strike within a week. So he's trying to figure it out, and he put out a couple tweets saying, guys, I need some help. Like, I need to signal boost this. This is really unorthodox because I'm getting claimed twice and getting struck twice for the same content, which is really, really unusual in this case. So yeah, that's OmegaPro right now, and it's huge. I think for a while, Free Omega was trending because, you know, Deserto and a few other news outlets started reporting on this. And unfortunately, though, there hasn't been any resolution from Twitch support or Twitch themselves. So he's still waiting, trying to figure out what's going on. And yeah, so that's OmegaPro. And, you know, he's a major content creator. I think he's got over 100,000 followers, 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So, you know, this is, I guess, his main career. And unfortunately, something that is completely out of his control, and with no response or no, you know, feedback, it's pretty unsettling for sure. So that's OmegaPro's situation. Go ahead and fill us up with what's going on with Angry Joe there, Hydros.
And I'll fill you up with some Angry Joe. So Angry Joe he was talking about all the stuff happening with Omega, and he had a video that he had kind of backburnered that he wanted to release whenever, you know, it had like a big boom of, you know, hype, or not really hype, I guess, but, you know, everyone's chatting about it. Trendy. Seems like it's already getting to that point now. So he's actually put out his video talking about Twitch's DMCA process and also his own experience with it. His experience, from what I have seen from the video, is that he did something he did was playing Call of Duty. I don't know which one. It was just a Call of Duty, like zombies or something, going through like an Easter egg, and he clicked and he like did the Easter egg while he was on camera, while other people were talking with him. You know, it's not just the single audio from this Easter egg. It's like him, a bunch of others, him on video, all this other stuff going on the actual clip. And what he did, he actually did show it in the video, I do believe, a little bit, but he didn't play the sound, obviously, because otherwise he'd get hit on YouTube for the exact same thing. So he got hit for that clip back in November, on like November 25th, 2020, and they took it down then and got the DMCA for that. He didn't get the email until February 2nd about the DMCA, and then he also saw it in his dashboard and stuff. So he got hit for something that was mainly fair use. I mean, it was literally an Easter egg that lasted like 40-50 seconds on stream and stuff, which my opinion is pretty unfair, especially if you're having all this other, you know, stuff going on stream. I agree with him that it was fair use, just, you know, looking at it. But His experience was that, and then also because it took so long for him to actually get the notification for this DMCA, the clip had already been deleted. There's no way to actually go back and watch the clip on Twitch. Luckily, he had a backup video of it on his like one of his other channels, like, you know, kind of like we do on 5.9 in the archive channel, that he was able to actually find it and, you know, be able to look at it. But on Twitch, yeah, there's after the DMCA, I think even after the DMCA, Twitch auto deletes the clips, and then Twitch also just auto deletes VODs after 3 months. So after being so long, he would have never seen the clip because he never got the notification and all that kind of stuff. So that's roughly his situation, and his situation being that he can't, you know, dispute the DMCA whatsoever because there's no process for that.
Yeah. To just make compound his stuff, and I think we'll just head into the next point here. It appears that Twitch just doesn't have a good handle on the DMCA process compared to YouTube, which is funny because we all trash on YouTube's DMCA process like all the time. So just based off of Angry Joe and you know, Omega Pro situation, like what are the biggest highlights of the weaknesses of Twitch's DMCA process? Hydros, what do you think?
The main thing is that Twitch hasn't fully done their DMCA process. They have a roadmap that Joe went over in his video. He went over the roadmap that Twitch has, and their roadmap isn't supposed to be finished for all this process that you're supposed to be able to do within your dashboard, the dispute process, all that kind of stuff. All of that isn't supposed to be added until like December of this year, 2021. And they've had years to not only do this ahead of time because of, you know, people dealing with this on YouTube. Twitch should have done this way long ago just to kind of get ahead of the game. At least you'd think they would have. And there's also no ability to where, like I said, you can't dispute it. So you can't email Twitch and be like, hey, this is fair use, blah, blah, blah. I don't even think Twitch reviews these things. I think they just auto go with the DMCA and just say, okay, here you go. We'll delete it. Bye. And then that's pretty much it. The only thing that I believe that he was able to do was find out who it was that DMCA'd him. Joe specifically, he did, I think, find out. I think it did mention in the email. But in the partner dashboard, or at least in your dashboard overall on Twitch, it does show that you have a DMCA. Doesn't tell you who it's from. Doesn't tell you what clip it's from. Anything. Doesn't tell you any of that. And also clips, or not clips, but DMCA strikes and stuff like that on Twitch have no expiration date. So they're there forever currently. Unless they fix that and they add it later on. But there's no expiration. So if you happen to get 3 strikes, you're out. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, on YouTube, I don't know what the timeline is. I think it's like 1 month for the first strike and then
90 days.
3 months, 90 days. Okay, so yeah, there is an actual, yeah, so 90 days for the first one. Second one, if it happens within that first 90 days, you get another 90s on top, tacked on top of that. So you have to wait that long for those strikes to come off your channel. On YouTube, and specifically, you get 1 strike, you can't stream. Right. I mean, obviously, YouTube right now is primarily a video content platform. You can't stream on YouTube if you get your first strike, right?
Yes, you can stream still. You can. I was able to.
Oh, you can now?
I did, unfortunately, on my channel get a strike, and I still had the streaming ability. So that's not really true.
So
I think after 2 strikes, you lose your ability to upload entirely or something like that.
I think at some point within the first or second strike, it limits your upload time. Like you can't post videos that are like longer than a certain amount of time too. I don't know if they've changed that yet, but it definitely used to be that way.
I've seen different things that you can't upload, period. Then I have seen some people say that where you have the time limit, right? The thing you revert back to the old upload time. But I don't know. YouTube is just weird.
It's probably like arbitrarily associated with whatever they determine to be the severity of your offense or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, even though we're trashing on YouTube's DMCA process, at least they have a process, and it's clearly identified where, hey, this is the party that claims your content, and, you know, it's up to you if you still want to upload or publish the content, monetize, non-monetize, whatever the case may be. There are options there. Yeah, you could dispute it, and that could take months. Right, and that's a whole other process, but at least that's there compared to Twitch at the moment, which I gotta agree with Hydros here. The problem is, like, yeah, there is no process, and unfortunately, they are a multi-million-dollar company backed by a multi-billion-dollar company, and they're still dragging their butts on this whole DMCA process. Like, I would understand if they had no capital, no investment whatsoever, but they have Amazon backing them. So they have the resources to expedite this process. They just refuse to do it, which is unfortunate because, like Omega Pro, he's just going to be sitting in the wind trying to figure out what's going to happen with his career and his content. So, yeah, Twitch's process here is just very, very unfortunate, and they still haven't got it together yet. It's taken them a really long time, and honestly, would this push other people to try other platforms? I don't even know. I don't think there's a big competitor out there to Twitch. The only other one I can think of off the top of my head is like YouTube, but yeah, as we all know, YouTube has its own problems unto itself. So
yeah, it definitely illustrates the need for you, if you're a creator in the audience, like if you have your own brand established, diversifying out to at least a few other platforms may end up being an essential thing that every creator has to consider doing, because, like you said, if the Twitch goes down, you have either no options, or you can migrate to hopefully YouTube, if you still have that avenue open for you. That's what you see most folks do, like, high profile ones like Dr. Disrespect obviously had to do that. I'm sure he's far from the only one that's had to deal with, issues because of DMCA or what other contractual issues may arise. So just keeping a variety of options open to yourself seems like the best advice one can give, unless either of y'all can think of any other helpful hints to try and navigate this process, or,
I may have one. We could all go to Mixer. Oh wait, we can't.
Yeah, Microsoft tried. They took an L on that one for sure.
I mean, there are multiple streaming platforms. I mean, the biggest ones you think of is like Facebook Gaming or Facebook Streaming, whatever they call it now. D Live, I think, is another one too. And of course, YouTube's an option. But of course, every platform has like their issues, right? Some of them are just don't have the big viewer base. D Live is great, but unfortunately not huge.
You just have like Twitch, Library, and there's a couple others that people use too.
I'd say even with Twitch, I think that's going down too.
Probably.
The thing is with Twitch is that they only have a strike system. YouTube thankfully has a claim system that just takes away your monetization from the video, but it leaves it up, right? You can still have it there, and if you want to monetize it, you have to just take out that specific section. Twitch hopefully will maybe get something like that. I can't remember if it was on their roadmap, but just being able to dispute these strikes in general would be great. But just getting a strike, and then I get why there's the strike system, especially on YouTube. They have not only strikes for stuff like DMCAs, but strikes on their guidelines and stuff like that is a thing for YouTube. So, and I assume it's somewhere on Twitch that you have to deal with that. But yeah, the strike system on Twitch is absurd. The fact that they haven't fixed it or even thought out this whole process. So they're just like giving the big middle finger to all their creators right now with this process.
Is there any timeline that we can look towards for when anyone can expect any type of changes, or is it all just up in the air still?
Well, their roadmap said December 2021 is, I think, the end of their roadmap for when everything that they have planned should be there. But this stuff shouldn't have taken this long regardless.
Yep. Yeah. They have the resources. And the most importantly, they saw YouTube struggle with this in the past, right? So it's like, if you were going to follow in the same footsteps, we'll try to fix the mistakes they've made and improve upon it and expedite the process. But the fact that it's taking this long either shows, one, this is a bigger issue, like in general, that even the likes of Twitch and Amazon have struggled to fight up against, or they're just being lazy. And I mean, it's hard to pick one or the other, but as it shows to me, it's probably the latter instead of the former. But, maybe it is actually a problem where like both YouTube and Amazon, they're just like, hey man, this DMCA stuff is just so difficult to navigate. Even with all our resources, it's just too much, but who knows?
Yeah, it sounds like, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it also comes down to the entire copyright system needs a complete recall. That's a different video for a different day, but the entire copyright system is just so flawed for nowadays, for the new digital age. It's stuck in the old age that needs a revamp badly.
Oh yeah, that's just the core law and legal structure around it, period. Just, needs to be updated for the times, I think. And fair use definitely needs to have some eyes on it, because a lot of content these days that not all of it, but a lot of it that is claimed definitely falls under the guise of fair use. You know, if you're providing enough transformation to the content, it should have a place to exist. But it sounds like it's just a bunch of red tape that's clogging up the process here. I don't know if you guys have any final thoughts you'd like to spit out, but that's pretty much all the news on the subject that we directly have at this point in time. Again, it's a topic that we would love to keep you guys updated on. So if you haven't already hit the subscribe button, consider doing so and hitting the bell as well to stay up to date with all of our gaming news, pop culture, movies, TV, anime, gacha content. We do a little bit of everything here for you guys, and we'd love to see you on future uploads. In the spirit of that, if you did enjoy the video, consider hitting the thumbs up as well. Helps get some more eyes from the YouTube hemisphere focused on it. And last but not least, we supremely appreciate each and every one of y'all who have been checking out the content. Thank you, because without y'all, we wouldn't have anyone to talk to. So for me personally, Nazdarachi, I'm going to say goodbye and kind of wrap this one up. I'll give the floor to Hydros and Nalar to do the same, and we'll see you on the next upload.
Well, that's it for me.
Not
Thanks
much
for
up
watching.
for me. Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. See ya.
Peace out, everybody.